dreams that you dream of once in a love goodbye. High over somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Nothing you can say will not be sung. Nothing you can say that you learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make will not be made. No one you can say will not be saved. Nothing you can do but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
Mythological fairy tale. I was thinking that we could, what Michael saw in Vina might be put this way. And we imagine Michael as the fairy king Oberon. And he, he says that once he sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew calm and civil, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music. And this is relevant because of two things. For me, Vina's native name has always been she who swims with dolphins. And two, because she was named Vina after the Indian musical instrument, to mark the music that we found in her. And I think anybody that knows her today knows that that rings true today as well.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to give you the opportunity to sit. So now they like me better. I do know how to make brownie points. Yes, I do. This is a great honor and a pleasure for me. This is the second of my sons that I've had the pleasure of officiating at the wedding. Because I believe that marriage is enduring. I believe that loving someone else, is one of the greatest gifts that you can give another human being. Loving yourself is very important. Because if you don't love you, what have you got to give to that other person? So I believe that marriage is an opportunity to share the love that you have received all in your childhood, or that you've received from someone who has loved you throughout your life, and you get to share that with someone else and pour that in to someone else. And then you get to be the receptacle and receive it in return, so that your love blossoms and blooms and grows. I'm going to say a little bit about Michael. You call him Logan. And that's okay. You can do that. But I call him Michael because many years ago, when I was a much younger woman, you can tell by his age that I'm a little bit older, and this woman was French. And we developed a relationship. We became fast friends very quickly. We both had children. I had one son, and we were pregnant at the same time. And her husband's name was Archange Michel. And I think, oh, that's cute. What does that mean? It was Archangel Michael. And I had just begun learning about angels, like real angels, not the harp and the trumpet angels, like angels with swords and with shields. And that intrigued me, because I thought, if you're going to make angels, God, to protect us, they're going to need more than harps. Though some of the harps I've seen could do some damage if you can lift them. But the angels in question were the ones who were warrior angels. And so when Michael was born, I wanted to name him Archangel Michael. Because if they could do it in French, I knew I could do it in America. But I want to make sure I get this right. So I wrote this down. Angels are warriors. Warriors with swords and shields. Angels that fought to continue to fight for you and with you on the spiritual plane. Archangel Michael, the chief of angels, the highest messenger. Michael is an exceptionally strong angel who protects and defends people who love God. He is also profoundly concerned about truth and justice. And when I was growing up in the church, while I did grow up in the church, I was surprised that I had never heard this about angels. That's not who angels were for me. So I did some research, and I found out what angels were all about. And the Archangel Michael is a powerful spiritual being of unconditional love and light. He is the most well-known of the archangels in the world, and his name is mentioned in the Bible, in the Torah, and the Quran. So when Michael was born, I knew what I wanted to name him. Archangel Michael, I was overruled. So everyone believes that I named him after his father, Michael. But he's Michael Allen. But in my heart and in my spirit, He is my archangel Michael, my archangel Michelle. Because Michael is for justice and for truth. And growing up in a world, he would defend those who could not defend themselves. And so at school, he would stand up to bullies. He would stand up and defend those who did not have a voice. So the name is powerful. And there was power in Michael, which is palpable. So, as someone who is powerful, and who I believe has been touched by God, there were troubles for him along the way. And challenges that he had to face and to fight on his own. But he had the strength, the courage, and the power to fight those battles, not only for himself, but for others. This is my son, Michael. Archangel Michelle.
We're going to have a reading.
So Vina asked for a reading, and knowing that I enjoy indigenous cultures, studying and thinking about their lives, she chose an Apache wedding ceremony. And it's very expressive of indigenous cultures and their wisdom. One thing at the beginning of an Apache ceremony, apparently, they would say something like, "Now you are two people, but one life before you." One quick thing about ceremonies in these cultures, because sometimes we wonder about their value, but for the Apache, a ceremony wasn't only about a personal transition in someone's life. It was about the kind of rising to the highest in yourself, to that universal self in all, to that unity that we all share. So it was much more about the whole. It was representative or symbolic of the whole. So at such a ceremony, the officiator might say, "May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead. And through all the years, may happiness be your companion. And your days together be good and long upon the earth. Treat yourself and others with respect. And remind yourself often of what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulty, and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you, not only the part which seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight."
I need to apologize. I didn't introduce her. That's Donna, my wife, Vina's mother. Thank you for bearing with us. Now, it's time for the wedding vows. So, Vina, do you have vows that you want to?
Logan, I know without a doubt that the universe put you in front of me because we were meant to spend our lives together. Once I believe in you, the person you are and will grow to be, and the couple we will be together. Done. No. I will share in your dreams and support you as you strive to achieve your goals. With my whole heart, I take you as my husband, acknowledging and accepting your faults and strengths as you do mine. I promise to be faithful and supportive and to always make our family's love and happiness my priority. Let us continue to build a home filled with learning, laughter, and light, shared freely with all who may live there. I will try and always remember the words of my favorite quote from the ever-inspirational Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. I will dream with you, celebrate with you, and walk beside you through whatever our lives may bring. You are my person, my love, and my life, today and always.
Michael, do you have something you'd like to say to Vina?
No, I'm good.
I think the nearest hospital is...
I wrestled for a long time with my vows about what I wanted to say to you. And I wrote out everything I wanted to say. It was about 2 pages. And as soon as I saw you walk down those stairs, all that stuff went. And I knew exactly what I wanted to say. The first time that we hung out together, and I was like 45 minutes late, and you were still there. I knew that you were going to be huge in my life, that you were going to make everything that I had gone through in my life worth it. My vows about what I wanted to say to you. And I wrote out everything I wanted to say. It was about 2 pages. And as soon as I saw you walk down those stairs, all that stuff happened. And I knew exactly what I wanted to say. And the first time that we hung out together, and I was like 45 minutes late, and you were still there. I knew that you were going to be huge in my life, that you were going to make everything that I had gone through in my life worth it, because you have always been worth the wait. You have always been there for me. You've always been my biggest cheerleader and my best friend. Sorry, I got a fly in my throat. I promise that I will always strive to be worthy of the love, dedication, and faith you have for me every day that I open my eyes until the last day I close my eyes on this earth. I am your man from this day to my last. I love you so much, and I could never imagine my life without you. I wouldn't want to, because it's not a life. I want to be with you in the good times, bad times, in between times, the times we're just sitting back watching the Great British Bake Off. And I'm rubbing your feet and the dog is crawling all over you. Those are the times, those are my happiest times. And I don't ever want them to end. And as long as you're by my side, and I will always be by your side, I know we will be great together. And we will achieve everything that we want to in this life together. I love you.
Well then, Vina, do you take Michael Logan as your husband?
I do. Michael, do you take Vina Moore as your wife?
I absolutely do.
Ah, that a symbol of your love, the rings? Yeah. The ring is a circle. It's not a square upon which you can hit sharp corners. It's not a triangle. It's a circle. Round. No breaks. So that in your life together, you are like this circle, connected forever. Place it upon your finger. And repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
And Vina, do you have a ring as a symbol of your enduring love for Michael? Go ahead and place it on. Saying, with this ring I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
By the authority vested in us as ministers,
We now pronounce you husband and wife.
Welcoming the parents of the bride, Robert and Donna Moore. Please welcome the parents of the bride. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the mother and stepfather of the groom. Please welcome Fernando and Kathy Carrasco. We are going to welcome the groom's party. Please welcome Lupita Sombrero. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ryan Logan. We're gonna bring Cody Johnson into the secret garden. Please welcome Cody Johnson. And last but not least, please welcome Alexis Logan. We are going to welcome the bride's party. Please welcome Mitch Fournay.
Spinelli. Please welcome Thomas Spinelli. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jennifer Kaufman. And let's welcome Joey Moore. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome the best man. Please give it up for Brandon Johnson. And let's welcome the matron of honor, Heather Carr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you will please gather onto your feet, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you for the first time as husband and wife. Please welcome Vina and Michael Logan. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to actually ask you to go back over to the other side, the side that you were on initially. We're gonna have a little show. So if you can take your cocktails and take your bodies and go ahead over to the other side, we're gonna have a
Give it up for Joy Moore!
Vina, you've been there for every adult life event I've ever had. At times, it felt like it was us against the world. Some would say one didn't come without the other. We have had such a strong bond that even my family questioned if we could maybe be more than friends. I think we even wondered if that could work too. But don't worry, Logan, she's made her choice today. It's weird to think that most of our friends here only know us from after our move to Chicago 8 years ago. I'd like to take us back a bit further in time. I was a junior in college working at a little Italian restaurant called Pacini and Panetti, and I met this super professional general manager's assistant in San Francisco. We met at a time where we were both discovering our paths for the future, and we would learn to push each other, love each other, and always root for each other no matter the price. Vina, you've seen me through some dark times, both in San Francisco and here in Chicago. She's never once questioned my loyalty or reasoning, even after I tried to push her away while in a volatile relationship. She is a person you call at 2 in the morning when you're freaking out and she shows up with a bottle of wine. She's the person you call when you're panicked, when you're convinced you have a rare disease that doesn't yet exist. Or you just need a wingman to quit their job, sell their car, and drive across the country for 3 weeks and move to Chicago on a whim. Thinking back on that road trip to Chicago gives me chills. We left our family and friends in San Francisco and set out on an adventure. I love looking back at all these years we've had here in Chicago and all the amazing accomplishments we've done and all the life-changing people we've met. We carved out our lives here and we both have been damn successful doing it. Yay. I could never have made this journey without you. One thing became very clear during that road trip. You were no longer just my best friend, you were my family. I feel so blessed to have met you and to be able to be in your life for all of these years. We've been lucky enough to go through most of our life stages together, including finding our careers, buying homes, and now getting married. I remember the day that Vina and Logan met. Vina and I have been doing our usual Friday night hangout after work and found ourselves at a bar in Wicker Park called Nick's Beer Garden. Vina has this amazing ability to own a room. She walks in confident, tall, and proud, and not 2 seconds after we arrived, I see her head nodding this guy by the jukebox. Who exactly nodded first can be your little debate. But ever since that night, you guys have both never left each other's sides. Over the time span of your relationship, I've had the privilege of getting to know Logan personally. From his beautiful singing voice, amazing yet time-consuming cooking, hilarious sense of humor, and his persistent ability to always be 20 to 30 minutes late to every engagement. But I've truly loved getting to know him. Even when we were first getting to know each other, Logan took me in as if I was his sister. And I felt his love and protection, and seeing how fiercely he loves his friends and family makes me know without a doubt that Vina's in great hands. His love for Vina is so passionate, I think it even scares him a little, for he knew within weeks of their relationship that he loved her. He has told me now, when he is with her, the world feels right. She lights up the room when she smiles, and he can't believe how lucky he is that she's chosen him. Logan, if you simply continue to love Vina as fiercely as you've been, you'll never go wrong. I remember years ago walking in Golden Gate Park with you, Vina, and we were talking about our future weddings and what they would look like. You always knew so confidently yours would be in a garden with a Shakespeare theme. Well, look around, take a deep breath, and remember this moment right now, because it's perfect. As much as I can't imagine not being the first person you call to join in on the next adventure, and Logan, I can't imagine your sexy getting ready time is any better than mine. I know you two will take this world on and rock the hell out of it together. Yes. If everyone could please join me in raising a glass to Vina and Logan and all of the amazing memories they're about to make.
All right, next up we have speech by the best man, Brandon Johnson.
I have to follow that. And the speeches by the parents earlier. I gotta go back to school. First off, I'm very proud to be this man's best man, and I appreciate the honor that you gave me. I want to start by saying that there are friends out there, and then there are people you consider family. Mike. Sorry, so let me start over. I'll start by saying that there are friends out there, and then there are people that you consider family. I've always considered Logan to be a big brother. I met him about over 20 years ago when I was visiting my younger brother in Chicago. On that visit, you know, there might have been some alcohol involved, and me being from Grand Rapids, in a bigger city, got a little excited. May have been some cops involved. You know, who knows? But Logan used his charm and wit to handle a situation that could have gone bad, and he's always been more than a friend. Long story short, he became my big brother that day, and over the years, he's been family.
Aww. It's okay, you can try it.
Sorry. He's the guy that you turn to when you need advice, when you want to better yourself. He's the one person that you trust to let you know when you're slipping. A friend that you just go with you along and just tell you what stupid things you've done. And it had, you know, he'll always have your back. He'll let you know when you're slipping. And sometimes he'll have to slap you in the face and let you know you've done something wrong. Literally. You don't want to know that story. He's a brother with a huge heart who loves family. And I knew when he met Vina, it was all over because she took over that big heart of his. And over the years, you guys have been more than family to me, and I've seen your love grow into something special that I think everybody here can be proud of. I love you both, and thank you for inviting me to be part of your family. Let's raise our glasses and to the bride and groom.
We're gonna pass the mic to Joey.
Come on, Joey.
Yes.
That's my sister. That's my sister. My sister is like having, like if one of these trees, like this magnificent tree right here, exploded and turned into this like force made out of glitter that can soak in through your skin and make you feel safe.
Yes.
Giving you hope and clarity and direction and warm feelings of peace and calm that make you want to share it with the world.
Yes.
My sister makes me feel like that. So, you know, she's pretty all right. I love the Wonder Woman accents to everything. I don't know if you've noticed that, but you should look around. There are little Wonder Woman accents to things here, which, as I wander through life and people occasionally ask me if my sister and I look alike, I'm like, yes. We're like exactly alike, except she's this like beautiful Amazon warrior version of me. So I've done well in my descriptions, I suppose, because she is. I also really, obviously, I love the Midsummer Night's Dream. theme that we have going on. It really like brings me through kind of our life together, starting with when we were little kids and our parents read this to us. We didn't know what it meant, but we loved it anyway. And then we're like, oh, there's a movie. Why is Calista Flockhart in it? But we love that anyway too. And then this is all very I don't know where I am. But, remember that time you like dated that random guy for a minute and we went and saw him do Shakespeare in the Park, but like up on a mountain with mountain people who lived up there, and then like at the end of the performance his keg got dragged out from behind a rock and they were like, let's after party, and we're like, this is super random. And then I think the next time I saw Midsummer Night's Dream in the park, you were in it, which was like way better. So you know, it's been this amazing theme throughout our life's journey together. And then, you know, tonight I feel like I get to be your puck and helping sprinkle, like finally get the love potion on the right eyelids. Because clearly these are the right eyelids for each other. And I'm just thrilled to see you with the human you were meant to be with. And thank you for being you.
Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jen. Around the time that Vina and Logan met, my son, who was about 4 at the time, was really into superheroes. And we were reading a book called Batman and Robin, the Dynamic Duo. And he asked, what's a dynamic duo? And so I explained that it's 2 people who really complement each other, who have different characteristics that sort of fit together like puzzle pieces. And it's people who want to spread joy and love in the world and to make the world a better place. And he looks at me and he says, like Vina and Logan. And this is true, this actually happened at that time. And it was so beautiful that a 4-year-old could perceive the love between them. And he had just spent about a week before, Vina and Logan came over the night before Valentine's Day, when, if any of you have children, where you go to preschool and you have to bring in like 50 Valentines for each kid in the class. And I had a whole bunch of stickers, and my son was obsessed with having Valentines for everyone in the class. And Vina and Logan sat and painstakingly made 50 Valentines with my 4-year-old son on the floor until like 10 at night, and then we pretended that they were finished, and then Vina and Logan, and we took him to bed, and then Vina and Logan sat there for hours afterwards finishing every single one of those Valentines, because it was so important to every kid to have one of those Valentines. And when you think about a dynamic duo, Vina's always been a superhero to me. I've known her for over 2 decades. And in small ways, like she always is probably the most patient person I know, has probably in 20 years waited for me 1,000 times and found my keys when they were missing. I don't think I've ever moved without Vina being there, and also at the last minute packing up the whole moving truck and taping boxes closed. Trash bags, Vina has reminded me, yes. Some things ended up in trash bags. She is the friend of everyone at this table, I'm sure knows, and probably everyone sitting out here, who will come at 3 in the morning when whatever is going on in your life. Your child throws up all over the place, she's there. Hey Vina, I'm in labor and someone's gotta watch my toddler while I'm gonna go give birth. Vina's there, and then you come home from the hospital and she's totally set up a whole room for your new baby, hanging up all the clothes and everything in perfect order. And that's just Vina. And I think everyone probably has a Vina story just like that. So when you think about who the other side would be, meeting Logan for the first time, I don't know if Logan remembers this, but I crashed. It was about your 3rd date because I had some personal crisis, which of course Vina was advising me on, and being the selfless person she was, allowed me in. And you knew a little bit about what was going on in my life at the time. And you just gave me a giant hug. You're like, hi, I'm Logan. and you whispered, everything's gonna be okay. And you helped also make it okay. You called all the time. It was like the polar vortex year, and Logan would call and say, hey, can I shovel the snow on your sidewalk? And you'd ask if I needed help with the kids. And you were always there, and I learned that that bear hug wasn't just a first time kind of thing, but it's a lifelong thing. And I realized that together, the two of you really are a dynamic duo, and you're each other's superheroes. And I don't know if anybody noticed all the socks on the groomsmen here, but they're all superheroes, and Vina and Logan are the dynamic duo leading all of them. So if everyone will join me in a toast to the dynamic duo, Vina and Logan.
Excited to be here with you guys tonight.
Also known as the boys to some of you. When Vina asked us to say a little bit tonight, we sat down and started thinking, brainstorming, and went through story after story, memory after memory. Then we crossed them all out because of appropriateness, and so...
No, seriously. So I want to talk about the first time I met Vina. And when I think back on that, it was all about the imagery of the event. It was this morning, basked in this gentle glow, as the sun was rising over the hills, and Vina had morning dew on her that looked like diamonds. It was just amazing, but the reason why is we had fallen asleep in a park the night before, the first night you met, staying up all night, just talking in San Francisco in a way that just felt so right and safe and carefree and instantly connected as friends. It was one of those times when you meet somebody you know immediately that you're going to know them for the rest of your life, and that the universe was smiling and letting you know that this is somebody that you need to make sure that stays close to your heart. It wasn't until years later that I saw her again, though. It wasn't until Jen's wedding that we saw each other again for the first time. And I remember being really nervous, going in like, wow, like, that was a weird night because it was this instant connection, but I was nervous, like, wow, were we still gonna be able to like vibe like that? And from like the first second I walked in, it was completely evident that nothing had changed. Vina is still this amazing person, and what I had remembered was true. Hold on, I'm totally off script now.
It's screen locked.
Yeah. Okay, that's you now. Oh, but fate is a funny thing, because what went from random times where we basically were seeing each other every couple of years, gained new permanence as both of our jobs brought us to Chicago.
And that's when my introduction came in, the first of the boyfriends from our crew to enter into the picture. I met Vina when I was dating Thomas at the time. She and Heather came into our life as Chicagoans now, adventurous, fun-loving, and who I thought were definitely closeted lesbians. To my credit, I was not the only one.
Yeah, and we put that in before Heather did.
Yeah, claimed it. We joke about this now, but in a weird way, Vina and I's friendship makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. She loves karaoke, and I'd rather be tortured. She always has amazing music, and somehow every time I put on a playlist, people sneak behind me and turn it off. She loves 80s movies, and honestly, I hadn't seen a single one until I came into this crew. She loves a good scavenger hunt, and I get anxiety even thinking about it, which plays really well when she makes you run through Chicago carrying a life-size cutout of Fabio to do one of these, which she only won due to cheating. I'm gonna say it again. I don't care what you say, you cheated and you know it.
We gave up 10 minutes into that scavenger hunt though, and we're at a bar, so she would have won anyway.
So why? Why do we and so many others click with Vina so well? Well, first, it's easy to say this, and to quote a special card in Cards Against Humanity, you're a mother effing sorcerer. Censor that a little bit.
I'm just kidding, I had to do it. I think it's actually a mix of things. I think on one hand, when this person over here, this guy I'm pointing to, is like, hell no, Vina is a strong hell yes. When Heather and Thomas are hiding under canopies drinking their mimosas, you're my fellow sun warrior and always down for the hardcore projects I have planned.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's Vina, she's always down. When I want to rip up the entire backyard and landscape it ourselves when Thomas is out of town, Vina says, hell yeah, I'll be right over.
Yeah, and then when Mitch says he is thinking of planting an entire garden using reclaimed tires, Vina says, I'll be right over, just gotta grab a bottle of wine, do 18 days of research on the best growing conditions for heirloom tomatoes and frankenberries. I didn't even know what those were.
Then there are the times when you say, hey Vina, we're having people to our property upstate that our family owns. We just need to finish building a cabin. And she immediately says, I just booked my flight. Do they have power tools or I need to bring my own? Honestly, Vina milled our own wood from trees that had fallen in the forest, loaded them onto my tractor. Yes, this is a tractor person. And I hauled them up and we shared putting down an entire floor, and then she did an entire wall herself.
Yeah.
That's my wife!
Yeah.
By the way, that wall still stands. No one will touch it, and it's affectionately called Vina's Wall. These are the moments that bond us. The laughter, the fun, the hard work. The respect that I have for you has produced a love that not even the distance between Illinois and California can diminish. I told you. That was the one. I say this to all of you who are in our close circle. You're not just a friend, you're our chosen family. We knew that Vina deserved someone in her life who completes her in a way that no one can understand. So then came Logan, the second of the boyfriends to enter our circle. But let's be honest, Logan has never arrived first to anything. Fashionably late is not a motto, it is a lifestyle. I believe he was told to be here an hour early today, and some of us thought that wasn't even enough cushion. We're such a close group, and it takes a special person who can so easily join this circle. Logan has been a caring partner to Vina. They've been through a lot together, but have always done so hand in hand, side by side, even joined together jumping off rocks in the river upstate, a private moment during a very serious health scare. A scared, vulnerable champion, comforted by a strong, caring partner.
Then there was the moment Logan proposed. We were on a trip of a lifetime together in Bali. One day, Logan, Mitch, and I decided we wanted to find a perfect waterfall that we'd read about in a travel blog, and hired a driver to start searching the island. We ended up getting lost, stopped for directions countless times, talked with random locals, and finally found a trail down through the jungle and overgrown canyons to a secluded place where we found it. Logan had planned to propose sometime during the trip, when the moment felt right. As we stood and watched this amazing natural wonder, Logan got down on one knee and asked Vina to marry him. Vina was silhouetted by the cascading water, and the soft sunshine was filtering down through the cave. It was perfect. Little did I know that the waterfall would be the second most beautiful thing I would see that day. Getting to witness the moment where Logan and Vina decided to officially start their life together was definitely the number one. It was a time of pure joy, and we felt so blessed to be able to be part of their special moment.
And it's moments like this that carry us through our days. Being able to think back about the times we have been able to witness the very beginning of your love story. For us, Vina and Logan represent moments like this that will live forever, either in the physical, like Vina's wall upstate, that will stand longer than any of us will,
or the moments that last in our memory. Morning sunsets caressing Fabio, backyard brunches, Friday movie nights, BYOB dinners, hugs, embraces, and snow angels. You both have always been a part of our story, our family, and we're so happy to be part of yours.
So in honor of these forever moments, we ask you all to raise your glass.
With the moments of tonight,
may we toast the future moments that will live forever. We love you both.
Oh, I'm gonna wait for that husband.
I'm late, as usual.
But he was here 30 minutes early. It's huge, guys. I don't know if it deserves applause, but it was huge. I just wanted to thank you all so much for coming. This has been better than I imagined it. Again, first line, one line in, and I'm just like tearing up. But it means so much to both of us, and it's just been such a perfect day, and it's going to continue to get even better. So thank you so much. We love you all.
Thank you. What my wife said. Oh, but seriously, we want to thank all of you for showing up tonight. You know, we know a lot of people couldn't make it, you know, for whatever reasons, but we're glad that we're sharing this moment with all of you. Thank you so much for coming. We love you all. And I'm gonna give the mic away before I start bursting into tears.
No,
So-
do it.
Again, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for coming to share the most beautiful day of our lives. And every day after this will be as beautiful as this. And we hope you guys are all here for that too. So, you know, like everybody's up here said before, you know, our friends are our family. You know, and our family is our family too. You know, we're not forgetting about you guys. But, you know, we wouldn't ask anybody else to be here if we didn't love you. And we love you all. So thank you so much for coming tonight.
All right, Vina and Logan, they're going to cut their wedding cake. And if you want to take shots, defer to the main photographer.
It's very dense, very dense. 4 layers.
I packed that cake in there. Woo!
Home of truth.
Come on, a lot of energy, folks. Now they want all of you guys to join in and dance their first dance with them.
it, folks. Dance floor is open for everybody. I want to hear it louder next time. I want to hear it louder.
With somebody who loves me. I get in love and lost my senses, sitting through the town. Sooner or later, the fever is, and I find I'm feeling down. I need a man with somebody. surrender to the good Lord, and to wipe your slate clean. Take me to your river, I wanna go. Take me to your river, I wanna know. Put me in your smooth waters, I go in as a man with many cups, come up for air. As my sins flow down the Jordan, oh, I wanna come here and live every part of me, but there's blood on my hands, and my lips are on bleed. Take me to your river, I wanna go.